Hello, 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 hello. There I am. Oh my god. Yeah, all the washing over there. Let me sort that. Right. Okie dokie. Welcome everybody. Welcome. So yeah, a bit of a bonus show today. I've been doing a lot of bonus shows recently. This is just something for me to practice with, start getting a bit more confident flying on stream. And I've been wanting to have a look at this scenery for a while actually, because there is no good scenery for Manchester. There probably is on FlightSim.co. You could probably download a like a photogrammetry model of it and pop it in, so there probably is options in that respect. In fact, what I'll do now is, guys, I will just see if that is the case. Now, if I do find something, I can't promise it's going to be particularly good, because this will just be a case of me searching now and seeing if there's anything on there. So obviously we've got SamScene3D on there, which obviously we're gonna be checking out in a live stream. Very, very excited for this one. We can see if we can see how far we get without possibly crashing. There is a scenery from Skell300, very, very well known freeware developer, and it's called handcrafted POIs. It looks pretty decent. It looks to me like their photogrammetry models just popped into the surrounding scenery. The problem with that is it's only for 2020, so I will post it into the comments for you guys. So the thing that I've posted in there is actually the 2020 scenery, freeware scenery. I know this one that I'm taking a look at today is actually, it's a payware. I think it costs about £8. I paid for it, £8.30 or something like that. I think it is on sale, but I've popped the link down below as always, guys, because I'm nice like that. But yeah, thank you for joining me. I've decided that going forward, even on the Sundays, it's possible, well, unless things dramatically change, it's probably going to look like a 5 PM live stream start, so about 90 minutes to 2 hours every Sunday, with bonus live streams obviously like this promoted via my social media and Discord, and obviously, you know, any way I can, any sharing and stuff like that. I always try and post when I'm when I've actually gone live, like I've done today. So we're taking a look at SamScene3D. He does a hell of a lot of sceneries. There's a couple of airports, but he does the New York one, so there's a version 2 out of that actually I need to take a look at. That will probably be a similar thing I do, so a live stream coming up in the future flying around New York. But this one obviously closer to home. Been to Manchester many times, Manchester Airport. I've actually been to Barton Aerodrome quite a few times, as where we'll be starting from, because it's quite a good position to start from. And we are just in the Cessna 172 overwinged aircraft, so we can look out the windows and look down without any kind of obstructive views. But yeah, we're going to do that as well. What I'd also like to do, guys, is let's just pop into our camera. Let me stick the light on because I'm a bit Maybe I'm a bit dark. Luckily, this new webcam's pretty good. Oh, look at that side lighting. Don't know if I like that, but it's better that it's not in my face. um, it's bringing out my nicer side of my face. No, it's not. It's not. So yeah, thank you for everyone who's going to be joining in for the next 90 minutes to 2 hours. God, there's cobwebs on this. See how distracted I get. Anyway, yeah. eMake Pixie, fantastic dual tracking webcam. Really, really lovely. It kind of reminds me of something. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it's a lovely webcam. 4K, 30 FPS, full HD at 60 FPS. I am in 4K mode. But very, very nice, lovely addition to the live streams. What I'm also going to show you guys before we start, why is my EFB up? I haven't got a clue. You can see the lovely Cessna 172 there with the stripe livery, G-Pract on the registration, G-Pract, of course. But what I want to show you before we start is, look at this. Watch this. I know I showed this on last stream, but wait, look at that. I've got hand cam now. Hand camera's no good. But what I did want to show you is these things here. So yeah, these are the thumb soldiers, and these are the navigation sticks. Now, I've been using these for about, God, I sound like a real YouTuber there, don't I? I've been using these for the past couple of weeks now. No, I've only been using them for about a day or two, and they are fantastic. For me, the reason why I felt like it was necessary for me to show these on my channel or over my social media is because, as obviously doing flight simulation and flight simulator content creator, these are actually really amazing, especially me when I'm doing cinematics or trailers. These thumbsticks, they are very useful. Okay, there's also other ones as well, called the accessibility sticks, or just the sticks for short. They are them. They are a bit more bulky, but these would go well with. I've seen them used in golfing games. Now, what I do want to show you is how quick you literally, you twist and they come off, and then you could literally, what I've said I'm going to be posting a proper little tiny little short form video with these, but you literally, and it's on. And this is massive, as you can see. But if you were to map the throttle to this, I think it'd be pretty good. I still haven't done that, but I will do, because I want to see what it's like. Now, I have flight simulator hardware. I don't have a throttle or pedals, unfortunately, but I do have a flight stick. I have some panels. I have an overhead panel coming as well, but I will be doing a video on that. But these, honestly, I actually thought I would need some time adjusting to them. I don't. They're really good. I'm going to be using them today just because I haven't got anything set up yet. The reason why I haven't got anything set up is because I need to create a video for said things. But yeah. Now, what I would say is the biggest thing for me is my thumbs do kind of start to hurt after a while, especially doing all the camera angles and panning around. I believe this is slowly eliminating that kind of, like, not torture, but yeah. They're very easy on the thumbs, let's just say that. So that's thumb soldiers sticks, and there's a little thing here. I probably won't be able to. It won't focus very well. But this thing here, the attachment's called a knuckle. It literally unlocks, slides on. I won't do it now because I'd rather just keep everything on. But you'll see that I'll post a little short form video in a couple of days. I'm getting a fancy new microphone, so I need them. But they just slide on, and you like I said before, it is a it's just a pop in, twist into place, and honestly, they have not felt like they're gonna snap off, break off, or anything like that, and I don't believe they will. Anyway, little shout out to Thumb Soldiers there. I really did want to do that, and that is not me. I did not get paid for that promotion, okay? I didn't do anything in particular. I was curious and curiosity filled, by the way. So if you are interested in seeing more of them, I've popped the link in the description, guys, as well, for both of the different ones, navigation and the accessibility sticks. Let's get my hand cam away, because I don't like that. I don't like that. So yes, we're in the 172. We're in G-Pract here at Barton Aerodrome. Fantastic. We're going to be heading up over those ways. There's the Barton Control Tower. You can actually stand on this platform here. That's where it was when the Apaches came in. We're going to blast off the runway, and we're going to head out into Manchester. Now, there is a hell of a lot to see in this. It's quite yeah. In the thousands, maybe, did I say, or something? Or maybe not that many, maybe 600, 900, something like that. But there is a lot of buildings, a lot of points of interest in this scenery pack, and it's and it really does improve Manchester, because we, for some reason, never got any kind of official or default Manchester. We got Liverpool. That's obviously where I am at the minute. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead. 300, but there's 300 handcrafted models, and there has been updates out to bring the co-op live arena into it as well. So what was quite funny is I saw a comment saying, "Oh, why isn't the co-op live arena in it?" And then SamScene came on and just went, version such and such is out, it's in there. So yeah, we'll be going around Manchester a couple of times, and then what I'll do is, obviously, when we get back to Barton, I will then go into the drone camera and take you on a bit more of a better, closer look at the scenery items. It's great to see the likes of the Trafford Centre and stuff like that all mapped in. So we'll head up, guys, and we will have a little look at this. Again, linked in the description below. It's on sale. I don't know if it's on sale for the next couple of days, but certainly I think it's already cheap enough for what it is, and you'll see. I think it also includes Chill Factor as well, which is the indoor ski slope, I think. I know the Salford Community Stadium right next to Barton was already in the simulator, but it might have been part of the Orbex scenery. What is good to know is it does work straight out the box with the Orbex scenery and stuff like that. So any other scenery items you have, third-party ones, Manchester Airport, stuff like that, will all work with it, which is good to hear, obviously. Let's get Google Maps just on my screen so I can see it. Perfect. What I might start doing, obviously, guys, is this was to show this scenery item off, but it was also to show you, it was also for me to kind of practice flying on live streaming, because I'm not very confident with that. So I do want to do more, and I do want to look into having sort of little nav map integrated into the stream, sort of on screen, because it would make a difference if we're doing any flying. So yeah, we're at Manchester Barton. We're in the lovely striped Cessna 172. We're gonna boot her up, we're gonna kick her off, and we're gonna head out over Manchester to have a little look around. Here we go. We're in the G1000 because your boy doesn't really like the steam gauges. Although it looks a lot nicer inside the steam gauge version, I must admit. So, yeah, here we go. I do wish someone else would do a Manchester Barton scenery. The control tower looks spot on, it really does. But obviously we've got all fencing here. It's not fully complete in my opinion. And these hangars always seem to be open. You can see right inside them. So someone like Burning Blue Designs would really do this airfield justice. Anyway. Anyway. Who is being my friend? No one. No one. I've got this Fanta Zero Sugar Tutti Fruity for my drink of choice today. It's all right. It's nice. It's tasty enough. Anyway, by the way, guys, everything you're about to see me do right here, entertainment purposes, it's not how you would start a Cessna 172, or at least not the proper way you would start a Cessna 172. Let's get some strobes on. Beacon and nav. Probably don't really need to have the nav lights on for a bit later. Perfect. Let's have all that power up. Let's get the fuel selector onto both or all. And let's crank some throttle a bit. Technically would have to shout clear prop. So clear prop. Me trying to be into the blue simulations there. I am far from it. Far from it, man. Perfect. Haven't done any kind of routing or flight plan or anything today. I love that we've got the EFB on here as well. So what I can do is I can stick the map on there as well and just keep that open. Perfect. If you are watching or you're re-watching the stream, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, I'm live streaming regularly, weekly, always on a Sunday, most likely bonus streams whenever I can, and that has been for the last 3 weeks. But if you do enjoy, please obviously leave a comment or chat in the chat and leave a like as well. Obviously, I do have to ask that because, well, because I do, and because I'd really like for you guys to subscribe and see what I do on the channel. If you're into flight simulation and aviation, then I would recommend popping by every so often. Perfect, guys. Let's get the taxi lights on. And we will taxi out onto one of quite a few taxiways here at Barton. Sorry, runways rather. And if you haven't been to Barton or you've seen Barton, it's a fantastic airfield to go to. It really is. More than likely while you're here, you will end up seeing some kind of military helicopter movement. They like to bob by. In fact, every time I'm on Flight Radar 24, there's always some kind of Chinook, Wildcat, Apaches. I've seen the Apaches there, 2 of them in real life. Lovely little airfield, cafes. You've got an Airbus simulator there as well. Lovely airfield. If you live sort of within range of Barton, definitely recommended, and definitely look at something like public transport, because for me, when I go there, I jump on a bus from Liverpool straight into Warrington, and then a bus from Warrington stops right outside the airfield. Fantastic. Really good fun. Let's give it some beans and get over the grass. don't really know the rules on taxi landing lights. Oh, nearly overshot it there. Right, guys, let's get a notch of flaps. And if you are wondering, yes, I will be getting Rex Atmos for 2024. It's a must after getting it for 2020 and filming the 757 trailer with it. It's going to be a yes, so I will be getting it. There will be some kind of video and live stream using Rex Atmos 2024, or Rex Atmos Core, they're calling it. Right now I'm using Reshade. I'm using Sealed Sky Reshade from FlightSim.to. You can see the difference in the colours. What you're seeing right now is the Reshade, and that is the default colour palette for Flight Sim 2024, which to me, not as yellow as 2020, but still not how I like it. Not to everyone's taste, but it's nice enough. It's nice enough. Right, let's go and have a little look around SamScene3D Manchester. I'd love to go in a little Cessna 172. I have actually been in one when I was really small around Southport, Southport, and it was tremendous fun. But I'd love to go in like a helicopter or a Cessna. Probably needed a bit more flaps there for this particular runway. Over off into the distance there. I think that's called Fiddler's. Is it called Fiddler's Ferry? I could be wrong. Could be wrong. And obviously, way out there, we'll be looking at sort of Chester Liverpool Airport. We'll swing round. Ooh, which way will we swing? Swing to the left. And we will stay at about possibly 1,000 feet. I think that is Liverpool Road just out there that runs past Barton. Over to our right there, you'll be looking at... Oh, hello! Oh my god, you scared me. Look into my red there, you'll see my co-pilot. But just behind his head will be Manchester Airport. And this camera is a bit... probably a bit better there, but I can't really see my horizon a lot. So as we make this left-hand turn, you will start to see the Trafford Centre shopping centre along with the ski slope. That will just be here where the mouse is marking. And again, this is part of SamScene's SamScene3D scenery. Again, I've linked it in the description. And then there's a blue building here, like a slope building. That is the ski slope. There's the Trafford Centre just off the nose there. And then obviously if we look over here, you can start to see all those custom buildings. And there's a lot, guys. Like I know it said like over 300, but I was impressed. And if you've been to Manchester and you start picking them out, you're like, wow, they've included that and they've included that. There is the Theatre of Poo. There's Old Trafford. There's also Old Trafford Cricket Ground, I believe, just here as well. And then Media City, I believe that is Media City. I don't think the Coronation Street set is there, although that would be cool. He's even put Strangewade's prison in there as well, which is pretty cool. Hudson, yeah, thank you for coming in. Nice to see you, mate. But yeah, no, like I said at the start of the stream, there should be a Manchester in the scenery now. A really good photogrammetry Manchester. We've got Liverpool. We've got some smaller cities in the UK that have been included. But for now, I think personally it's the best we've got for Manchester. There's a lot in there as well. I was impressed with how much was in there. There's Media City just there. Kind of, ITV does all, does all the media. Does all the media. But yeah, you're right, Hudson. There should be an actual Manchester in here. I'm still surprised it isn't. I can only imagine we are going to get another city update for the UK. I don't even think we've had any city updates for the UK, or am I wrong there? I could be wrong. Could be. I think there was 2 UK updates, wasn't there? 2 world updates for the UK, a couple for the USA, and then we've had a few city updates for the USA, but I don't think we've had a second city update, or have we? I don't know. But we do need another city update, and it needs to be Manchester. You can't tell me that there's no accessible photogrammetry for Manchester at this point. Let's see if we can get our autopilot on. Sorry about the turn, guys. Get it turned back the right way now. Just be a bit easier just to show you guys the scenery as we fly around. As I say, we are going to be taking a look with the drone camera, the showcase camera rather, after we land back in Barton. So obviously the live stream will be, the same amount of time you'd usually find my live streams for, the 90 minutes to 2 hours, just so we can have a look from above to show you guys what you would get. This turn will now start us taking us to around the sort of the Pennines area there, and then towards the back end of Manchester. You can also see the Etihad over here on the right side of the aircraft, and it's a decent model. The Co-op Live Arena just next to it, and the sort of the Man City campus, if you like, as well. No city update. No, didn't think there was. And funny enough, every time I mentioned it in the last city update, which was obviously the one with Boston in the US and stuff like that, people were like, "No, we don't need a UK one." I was like, "We do." There's still a hell of a lot of cities there that haven't been done, and like I said, there's no way, there's no kind of usable photogrammetry for Manchester, unless there isn't. Oh, hello. There's a good look. You will probably see Strangeways just... Oh, where's it gone? Have I lost it? Thought it was around... That's it there, with the big sort of church-looking tower. That's Strangeways Prison. The museum, the Victoria Station, the Manchester Arena, all the new sort of glass apartments, very fancy apartments as well. And then over here we'll see the Etihad Stadium, Manchester City Stadium, with the Co-op Live Arena just outside here. I mean, the models are perfectly fine. That, you know, as we start looking at it with the drone camera, you might start seeing how kind of low res to a point the models are, but again, they're not really meant to be explored from that height. So here we go, guys. But it is a shame we just don't have any Manchester. It's a bit odd. Always baffled me. It's taken so long, you know, 2020, and then obviously released in 2024. There's nowhere. There's been nothing. It's a bit weird. Just over in the distance there, you will see the Manchester Airport. Which, to be fair, the draw distance, I tell you what, I know it's good, but that's pretty good to see it just from that distance over there. Again, we'll need to probably make another turn, and this is just easier to do for me, just purely so I can control the camera and keep the city in check. probably a bit too much of a turn, so maybe, yeah, that's good. That's good. So you'll see the train tracks here going into Piccadilly Station, which again has been mapped, modelled rather. Just over here would be Piccadilly Gardens. The Arndale Centre has been fully modelled as well. I think we have the GMAX, or what was the GMAX. I don't know if it's called a different name now. This is, I think this is Oxford Road Way, Oxford Road Station, or maybe a bit further back here actually. I'm actually going to Manchester at the end, just around the end of August. So, but yeah, there's a considerable amount that's been included, especially when you start getting right over the city, which we will do in a second. Old Trafford Cricket Ground and Manchester United's Old Trafford. To me, that looks a bit sunken into the ground, but I could be completely wrong by saying that. Pretty cool, actually. Really nice to see the city. Oh. Really nice to see the city in that much detail. It's good to have a an actual scenery. Granted, it's payware. It's still good to see. As I say now, it's pretty cheap. I think it's only about £10-ish, maybe, while it's on full price. In fact, I will just confirm that with you. I know this is part of the InnyBuild summer sale. I think this price is also reflected on other shop fronts, because I think this is on a lot of different storefronts. It's usually £10.79, so €9.95 in euros, $11.64. So for me, there's a lot there. Again, like Hudson said, though, at this point we really shouldn't have needed an add-on scenery to get Manchester, because it's one of the main cities in the UK. It really does need some photogrammetry love, and like the likes of Liverpool, the photogrammetry it covers a massive portion of Liverpool. It really does. So what we'll do is now we'll just make a turn that will send us it'll kind of split the city in two. You'll be able to see Strangeways Prison a bit closer. You'll all be able to see the sort of the viaducts that run through Manchester, or around the sort of the edge of Manchester as well. If you are watching the stream, thank you so much. Hope everyone's having a good week so far. Oh God, don't know if anyone has been flying the recently released Cessna Citation X, the 750 by FlightFX. I certainly have, for the most part. It's lovely, fantastic model, lovely to fly. Just absolutely glides off the runway, and it's fantastic in and out. Cabin's fully modelled. It's a really nice looking aircraft. I might show it on the stream actually towards the end. There's Strangeways Prison. Now obviously we are getting considerable scenery sort of elevation issues, but again I am quite low as well. Right over the city here, we can see everything. Albert Hall, it is great to see, guys, especially if you've been to Manchester, or you live in Manchester at least, or go to it regularly enough to sort of appreciate all the buildings. Obviously we can see some of the photogrammetry creeping in there as well. Watch your face there, mate. Again, right back over the Etihad Stadium. Again, sort of some of the nondescript buildings as well included. Very nice, very nice. Let's make a very, very, very big turn. Again, I've linked this in the description below, guys, so if you're interested in having a little look, it's in the description. As I say, £10, 70-ish on a normal day. It's currently on sale, £8, £8.63 exactly. I don't know how hard it will be, but I really hope in my lifetime we see some kind of... I know X-Plane does it pretty well, but just, you know, included trains and road traffic that doesn't look terrible. Because it really does. I know we are flying in a flight simulator. I get that. I know we're not in a driving simulator at all, but I suppose from this height it looks alright, but even then they still look ghostly. They look see-through. Again, we're a bit closer here. Here is Oxford Road here. Oxford Road Station. The theatre as well. All the university campus. It's really well done. What I would say as well, that in terms of this city being not photogrammetry and auto-generated, the colours do match quite well. I would say the viaduct here going across where the trains and the trams come into Manchester probably just needs a bit more work in terms of the colours, but that's a nitpick, I think. But obviously, if Manchester did get any photogrammetry, it would be interesting to see if SamScene does an update, just so because with the photogrammetry colour, it's not always the best if you put on any 3D models in. But again, Microsoft are using, well, they're trying to use, so about Microsoft are trying to use I forget what the actual name is, but they call it TIN, which is just a really, really better satellite image of areas. There's a closer look at Media City, guys. There we go. No Coronation Street, unfortunately. I think that possibly might be it there. But the buildings are nice enough. I wonder if we've got Victoria Warehouse. I don't think we have. I think that is that there. It's lovely. Really, really nice. Really is. I've only done a tiny, tiny little flight so far to check this out. But again, like I said, this is kind of a little practice for me to get kind of used to flying. This stream was, and I am sorry to say, because I know people will probably question why the hell didn't you do it, but this stream was supposed to be a full-on Cessna Citation X stream. I just don't fly business jets. I think at the minute the biggest or the only jet I can fly in terms of that would be something like the Vision Jet. When I got into the Citation X, it's just a whole other beast. So either I'd have to practice or just fly it kind of manually and, you know, not not to the standard of some others. But certainly I will jump into Manchester Airport and get it out the hangar and show you guys what it looks like. Possibly take it off. But do not expect any kind of real world procedures. Even me trying to start it up manually because I don't know how to do it just yet. But what I will say is we'll have a look at the check sheets and stuff like that, and there's a way of, you know, auto starting it and stuff like that. So as long as I can show you it sort of moving in the air and taking off, taxiing out, the modelling, just because that is kind of my area of where kind of what I look at, especially with airports and stuff. But yeah, if you are rewatching or you're watching the stream now, let me know what you think to Manchester. It's very, very nice. Nice to have it. Nice to have something in place here that looks a bit more realistic than the auto-generated buildings. So I have a stream on Sunday, guys, along with a giveaway. That is already on my... it should be on my live section as scheduled, at least. I will be putting out the social media posts and Discord posts about that soon. I am going to be in Idaho backcountry. Maybe in a bush plane. I'm absolutely terrible at tail dragging, but we'll have a go. And we're going to have a look at some of the Orbex scenery that they've done around there, because they are nice. They're very, very detailed and very immersive, the sort of the backcountry airstrips that Orbex do. And thanks to Orbex, they're letting me not just one giveaway, but they're giving me 3 prizes, and they're not just particular prizes. They're any Orbex scenery of your choice. Now, that is a Orbex scenery, not a third-party scenery. I will point out, I will be pointing that quite a lot out in the stream. But obviously, Orbex do have a storefront, and they have a lot of vendors. They have a lot of third-party partners. It won't include any of them, but they do have a lot of awesome scenery. And whoever wins, 3 winners, will be able to pick whatever Orbex scenery they like. So yeah, big thank you to Orbex for that. But yeah, if you have just tuned in, get involved in the chat if you like. Also, please get involved. Please like the stream. If you want to get involved in any giveaways, guys, I would also recommend subscribing to the channel, okay? Because I do run regular giveaways as much as possible. And the best way to get involved with a giveaway on the channel is to subscribe. So what we'll do is we will head back to Barton. We will try and do a nice little touchdown, he says. And we will, you can see Barton just here there. You can also get a nice little view of sort of going over towards Wales, Chester, and obviously Liverpool in between that. There's the Trafford Centre there, guys. Trafford Centre used to be really, really good. I feel like it just doesn't, it's just no good anymore. There's a ski slope, Salford Community Ground, and then we've got Manchester Barton just over there, and we're going to attempt to do a landing. Just over there, you'll see Manchester Airport. A Jet 2 hangar. Fantastic. But yeah, we'll have a little look with the drone camera, so we can have a better look, a bit more of a close-up look. And then yeah, if we still have time, I will head over to Manchester and get the Citation X out the hangar, and you guys can have a look at it. I'll even try and take it off for you. I'll try and fly it. Listen, I'm not going to claim that I can fly every plane. What I would say though is I find that if I do too many videos for different aircraft, it becomes very, very hard. It gets to a point where, for example, if I'm doing a video for a fighter jet, I will spend a good couple of days looking at how it all works and kind of attempt to fly it, learn how to start up manually, and then I forget everything else. So yeah, it's give or take really. I suppose if you spend time in a particular aircraft a lot, you will be able to fly it absolutely spot on. When you are at Barton, it's Cheers, Hudson, mate. I really appreciate it, mate. As I say, we are still here. I just won't be flying in the Cessna now. I'll be landing it, and then we'll be taking the drone. Yeah, we pretend we've got a drone. We've got a little DJI drone, and we're going to send it from Barton over to the city centre. We'll have a little closer look. We can get a better look at kind of what buildings are included. We can have a little look at, obviously, Google Maps there as well and see. And then I will show the Cessna Citation off, guys, to my very best. I can't promise it's going to be pretty, but you'll get to see it if you haven't already seen it. It is really nice. Hudson, I appreciate it, mate. It really does make me happy. It makes me happy because community is everything, and I really think that regardless of what we do, what content we put out, if you respect each other, we're all good, aren't we? We all chip in. We all help each other. But yeah, I really hope Manchester Barton gets an update, and it gets another scenery. Absolutely, mate. We are here to support each other. Let's get the power kicked in. Hey, this might not be a bad landing, he says confidently. I think the tree line's probably almost like what it is, but seeing the aircraft land here at Barton's pretty cool as well. Yeah, that was hard, but it was alright. It was alright. It's reet. It's all reet. Not bad at all. No, I'll take that, especially on a grass strip. Probably not on the taxiway. The buildings just here are actually the air ambulance station. See them regularly as well. Hello, Lars. Nice to see you. So what we're doing is, guys, if you have just joined me in the stream, we've had a little fly around Manchester SamScene scenery. See, we've got all this deformed scenery. I've seen this quite a lot recently, though. I don't. This is. Yeah, it's not great to see, but anyway. Yeah, we've taken a look at SamScene3D, the Manchester one. Link to the description, guys. It's on offer for about £8 at the minute. And I'm going to park the Cessna up, and I'm going to get my drone out, and we'll go and fly over to Manchester, and we'll have a look at the buildings in a bit better detail as well. I will then jump to Manchester Airport, not too far away, and I will get the Cessna Citation X, the 750, the new FlightFX one out the hangar, and we'll have a little look around it. What are you doing, man? I'm not parking there. So yeah, this definitely needs some kind of third-party developer coming in. It's not complete. It looks good. The buildings look fantastic. It's just not complete. No worries, John. Thank you so much. As I say, we are still in Manchester. We are still going to actually be in Manchester. I'm just going to send the drone out so we can see the buildings a bit closer up. We can identify the buildings a bit easier as well. But yeah, lovely little flight. That was actually really nice. Again, no sort of real world procedures, no ATC or anything. I also left my landing lights and taxi lights on, but oh well. There we go. Why did I just put them all on? Again, not real world procedures, guys. Let's get out and we can... oh, hello. Didn't put me flaps back up. Okay. But yeah, Barton's lovely. In real life as well. The scenery, again, looks really nice, but it really does need someone coming in and doing this. Just making it a bit tighter, getting all those fences in and having some of the hangers open. But yeah, this for me, this is actually spot on. Apart from sort of having any fencing or anything, this hanger's like this. It's almost like you can walk across it. You probably could if you were good at free run, but yeah, this is like spot on. Again, this is all closed off here. I tell you what, though, the actual the playground is really good. Cafe there. Cafe doesn't look the best, but again, we're not here to do that. They are using the better car models as well, I've noticed. Let's hop into the showcase camera, which, oh, hang on. I did not know you could do the drone camera in your avatar mode. That is, or am I thinking of something else? I think I'm thinking of slew mode, but I didn't think you could get out into drone camera in showcase camera rather while your avatar was there. I wonder if you can. I've got a. That's air traffic. There's basically you can keep your showcase camera on and control your aircraft while doing it. You can bind a button to it. But I actually didn't know. By the way, that looks nothing like me. But it looked better than the last model I had. So yeah, it's pretty good, Barton. It's nice enough. It just needs a tweak. It really does. It needs a bit. Yeah. But the helicopter station over here is spot on. It really is. Really nice. So there we go. We can see the city centre off into the background there. Now, I don't think this is part of the scenery, purely because this... Oh, no, it actually might be. I think the Orbex scenery I have installed has that. I'm sure. Hello, Trevor. I've flown the Cessna over Manchester, so we've seen a perspective of me and a aircraft flying over Manchester. You haven't really missed much apart from that. I'm just going to take the drone camera for a better, closer look, just so we can identify some of the buildings a bit better. There is the ski slope. It's got all the branding on it and everything. It's you know, when you get closer, yeah, you're gonna start seeing the textures are a bit yucky, but it's you know, if you're flying from what we were doing before, about 1,000 feet, it's gonna be absolutely fine. That is the Thelwall Viaduct, and would be nice to see that in a sort of a better state, because it's all right. I mean, it looks a bit higher than that in real life. But yeah, Trevor, we're just going to go around the showcase camera now, mate, and have a sort of a better look, because there's a lot of included buildings. And again, the traffic sensors model pretty well. Just keep in mind we are lower than what you'd be flying, and these sceneries are meant to be appreciated from a certain height. And the fact that we just don't have any Manchester scenery at all. I believe when you install the Orbex scenery, you do get some, but there's not a lot. I think you get the 2 stadiums and a couple of other bits, but compared to this, it's nowhere near. But yeah, if you are joining, guys, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, if you just give me a quick subscribe, that'll be good. No, it will be fantastic. As I say, no giveaway today on this one. There's a giveaway on Sunday. 3 winners, got 3 prizes. You win, go into the Orbex store and choose an Orbex scenery. Only an Orbex scenery, but again, there's some fantastic ones on there. You got Brisbane version 2, which looks phenomenal. So you could choose that if you win. There's loads of others, but on the stream on Sunday, I'll be checking out Idaho backcountry. I've had a little look at the lookouts. There's the Lowry outlet sensor, sort of. You got the sort of the Lowry sort of stage thing. The BBC here, not ITV. Technically, Coronation Street's on ITV, but around this area you do have Coronation Street, the actual set. I think it's a bit further down, but it doesn't look mapped. Don't think it'd be easier to sort of model that, to be fair. But again, if the photogrammetry is introduced, you will be able to see it. Don't know why I'm so excited, because I don't watch it anymore. But the buildings are done nicely. There's nothing wrong with them really. There's the PBR texture and branding's on there as well. You got all the signs. There you go, ITV. It's pretty good, and as I say, it's on offer at the minute. £8. I don't think you can go wrong with that, and that's talking from someone who's absolutely stone broke at the minute. Like, really broke. Broke to the point I'm sitting there considering selling me Quest 3, which I don't want to do, but is what it is. Anyway, little tiny violin, little tiny violin. But no, this is really nice. But yeah, guys, if you subscribe to the channel, giveaways, obviously you'll be able to see any giveaways that I do. Got all my social medias there: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, X, Discord channels there as well. If you're interested, that's I'm always on there. Is the scenery from Orbex or AnyBuilds? You can get it on either, I believe, but I've linked the AnyBuilds one. It's not their scenery, it's SamScene3D. So SamScene3D does loads, like a lot. I think I did where did I do? I did a video like years back. It'll be, if you scroll through my videos, you'll see it. But I did a video for one of his sceneries back in the day. Most notably, they've got New York City version 2. They've got Los Angeles, Miami, US Modern Cities Volume 1, 2, and 3, San Francisco, Manchester, Hong Kong, Philly, Tokyo, Bangkok, Boston. Again, all of these will be sort of a handcrafted model rather than photogrammetry. Seoul City, 2 pages worth. Few airports as well. What I'll do is, guys, I will link what I'll do is I will link the first page of his stuff on AnyBuild. So the link there posted it will get you to all of the sceneries that he has, and they're all very reasonably priced as well. I've got my eye on New York version 2 and the Los Angeles one, and Los Angeles at the minute is only $660. New York is $1344, but that is to be expected. I think they've got two. There's 2 versions. So this right now, Manchester, works with 2020 and 2024. So it works for both. New York version 2 is for 2024, and just the standard New York is for 2020. Although, actually, tell a lie. New York City Times is what he calls it, and that is for 2024 and 2020. His version 2 is only for 2024, so I need to look at that because it looks fantastic. Again, loads of others, and all of them seem to be compatible with both simulators. There's a couple of instances where you've got like a version 2 or newer ones that he's put out that are only 2024, but really nice. Really nice. Very impressed. But like I say, guys, if you are enjoying it, like, share, subscribe. Don't get me singing, because I don't sing. I try to sing to my little baby, my daughter, and apparently it does put her to sleep. Probably because it's terrible. But yeah, got loads more live streams planned in the next couple of weeks, guys. There's going to be some interesting live streams and some interesting videos going out. Not that I don't think all my videos are interesting, but yeah, there's some good stuff coming out, guys, and I'm lucky enough at the minute to be able to show most of it on my channel. So yeah, the best way to do it is just subscribe and you know, turn notifications on as well, because obviously you'll be notified. There is Victoria Station and the old MEN Arena is what I used to call it. I think what's it called now? Is it like the First Direct Arena or something? There is the National Football Museum. Again, zooming right in there, you can see kind of the glasswork and the texture isn't, you know, jaw-dropping, but the sign's pretty cool. Museum spelt wrong though, which I don't think it's like that in real life. You've got the Arndale Centre as well here. Again, very basic in terms of what that looks like. City Tower, exactly what it looks like. Kind of a very kind of old looking sort of tower block in the middle of Manchester. Over by sort of Oxford Street and Oxford Road and stuff like that, you've got all the new towers here as well. Massive, massive towers. This one's kind of like almost a star shape. If we look at it from above, I'll be able to show you what I mean. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's have a look at the chat. Need to get this. Looks good. It's better than default. Yeah, it is. It is better than default. A lot better. Because in default, all we have is auto-generated buildings, which it is mixed in with. You can kind of see that with these kind of houses here and a couple of other bits. But again, it'd be nice if we got some kind of photogrammetry Manchester. It would be amazing, because we would get a lot of coverage. You'd obviously get like the likes of Salford and stuff like that. There's strange ways. I've said that a few times. We've been past it, but again, very kind of intimidating looking prison right on the outskirts of the city centre. Oh, sorry. Lots and lots of buildings being included. Very impressed with how many buildings are included in this. Again, you'll start to see instances rather of the auto-generated buildings being in there. You know, your standard basic buildings, and then all of the proper looking ones as well. Bit of the road going off there as well. This is Oxford. No, not Oxford. Yes, Oxford Road or Oxford Street Station. The theatre there. Down here's been down here a lot because this is where they have all the different bands and stuff coming. Manchester Academy and the universities. A couple of them have been mapped as well. Modelled rather. I wonder if Manchester Apollo is included. I don't think it is. It's a bit further out than the rest. I think that's around here. Pretty good. Substantial. Can we look at Manchester University? I mean, we kind of are over the sort of university area. They've included, let me just give you a better idea of what they have included. The big building here is the Department of Electric Engineering, the Rothwell building. That's that big one there. The one with kind of the round sort of the round building at the front is the University of Korea's. Don't know if that's a default church. It doesn't look like that's the Holy Name Church. I think that's what it's called. I'm literally just looking at Google Maps, guys. Sorry, because as you can appreciate, I don't know what every building's called at all. But not every building is included in the university zone, because if you are from Manchester, this is just a sprawling area of universities. There's also a helipad there. Interesting. Oh, there's actually a helipad there. Never seen a helicopter land there, though. But yeah, there only seems to be a couple of university buildings included. Some of the kind of the hotel buildings and the buildings along sort of gay village and stuff like that are there as well. Quite a lot, to be honest. Albert Square, I think it's called, isn't it? Although that is a big no-no. I think that, not too sure if you, as a developer, you can exclude that from the scenery, but that definitely is a no-no, because that is just like a kind of grass and pavements and stuff. But yeah, there is a lot actually. Looking at some of the smaller buildings are also custom modeled. Deansgate's down here. One of our favorite cafes called Federal is down here somewhere. Very, very nice. That's where we're going to go when we are back there in August. Actually, quite a lot of the buildings in the central part between sort of Deansgate and kind of Portland Street, which is this one, I think. Yeah, down here, Portland Street. So the Chinatown here. Yeah, actually there's a lot. There's a lot there. Hey Brown, how you mate? Hi, Ivan. How mate? I'm all right, you know. Being on the computer most of the day, working on some more videos, recording some footage. As I say, there's a couple of payware sceneries and payware add-ons coming out in the next couple of weeks. That isn't sort of publicly known at this point. This is just stuff that I've been advised is about to hit our simulators. And again, I'm preparing to show them on the channel as well. So busy day. Haven't got any opportunities to work on things over the next couple of days, unfortunately. So yeah, I've been at it today. Luckily enough, the room's quite cool today, so you won't see any of that moist building up. Just if you were interested in that. Manchester 1, so you got the Clayton Hotel, but again, the branding on the side. We're starting to get a bit closer here, though. We are zooming in a bit more. The Premier Inn as well. It is impressive, actually. I know I've said that a few too many times at this point, but I think when you've been to a city multiple times and you know it quite well, you know, you're able to navigate there on your own. And you see it kind of represented in the simulator. It is nice to see. It's like when I go to Liverpool. Obviously, all of it is photogrammetry. It's all satellite modelled, and it's amazing. It really is. But yeah, so SamScene3D Manchester. I've linked the InnyBuild storefront for him. I've also linked this particular product in the description below. But what we'll do now is, again, patience with me, and if you are watching the stream and you can share it out, I am gonna go into the Citation X, the new FlightFX one. This stream was mostly to do with kind of the Manchester scenery, but as I say, this stream was potentially going to be the Citation X stream. But I've got 2 this week. I didn't want to make it a 3, and to be honest with you, I don't think there's many more content creators on YouTube and Twitch who are more capable to show you it, review it, tell you what it's like to fly. I'm not one of those people, guys. I've never claimed to be. So definitely check out Two Tone Murphy's stream. He streamed it last night as soon as it came out. Avangel, Rachel, she has put a video out in the last couple of hours. Definitely go and check that out. But I'm just going to show you guys what it looks like. I'll take it for a taxi out the runway at Manchester, and I'll take it off. We'll do some flying. I'll show you what it looks like at night time. I'll show you the modeling. So yeah, please bear with me. This, again, if anyone's interested in the Citation X, it is out now. It's on the marketplace. This was actually a partnership with Microsoft, which I didn't actually know to start with. It's not something don't think they shared it, to be honest with you. It's not something that they told I saw anyway, especially on the Discord. I might have teeth. I might have completely missed it, but I don't think I don't believe I saw it as a kind of a partnership between the two. But it's on the marketplace. John, thank you so much, mate. I appreciate it. Hopefully, SamScene himself sees that. As I say, I've spoke to the guy in the past, and but yeah, fantastic, mate. Enjoy it. Go and get your plane out the hangar and do some flying in it, because well, you've seen it. It's pretty nice. Let's jump into, as I say, Cessna Citation X. It's not what I've kind of branded the stream as. Granted, if I would have, I think, you know, there might have been some people interested in it, but I know that it has been streamed already quite a lot at this point, because it was an anticipated aircraft. Let's have a little look at it though in the actual storefront. Here it is. It's got a 4.7 out of 5 rating. You can see the ratings here. Compatible with photographer and free flight. It isn't compatible with the Korea at this point. Tobii, you want a yeah, I'm on a PC, mate. Yeah. My specs should be in the description. But look at that, guys. Lovely, lovely, sort of almost old Cessna. I'm not too sure how old this aircraft is, but when I see the cockpit, it does look old, or look older. Now, when you buy this, you actually get a variant with the winglets and a variant without the winglets. I don't know if we can see that. I will show it, obviously, but there's also the non-winglet variants as well. These graphics still look amazing. Yeah, I'm on PC, mate. Everything's sort of turned up to the most I can with my specs. But yeah, my specs are in the description. GPU wise, 4070 Ti Super. What make is it? It's the, oh god, I can't remember. Is it the Gigabyte one? I'm not too sure, mate. The box is there. If I lean over too more, I'll just take everything with me, including this drink, which I really need some of. But yeah, thanks for coming in, guys. If you know anyone interested in the Citation X and wants to see it on the stream, give them a shout now. They've probably already seen it by now, but we'll start off at the kind of, I wouldn't say it was the GA ramp, but certainly the private sort of jet terminal at Manchester. Not in the Skyhawk. Can we put X in? Will it find it if I just put X? No. 750? Will it? Yeah, there we go. So what I'll do is I'll show you just kind of, if we go into the configuration menu, there's the winglets, which does look nicer. I think without the winglets make it look a bit older. And there's a good few liveries in there as well. And there's already liveries on FlightSim.to, by the way. For some reason, I really like the red one. But we will pop it into the first one. We'll pop it into that one. And I will show you what it looks like. So I'm still rocking Mako Simulation version 1, which I'm sure everyone else is who's got Manchester. Oh god, when will it come? When will it come? But yeah, please go off and share the stream now, guys. In fact, while this loads up, and just give me a second, I am also going to share that I'm in the Citation X, if you don't mind. At this point, you've already seen me go off for a toilet break in past streams, so you obviously do mind. Or don't mind.
Ground services are not available.
It's isolated. Well, you're lying. Well, mind you, they do get sort of push back from this location. It's not where passengers would board. So yeah, she's got that right. She's got that right. So at the minute, guys, you can see it kind of going in. So you'll get some nice little cinematic shots here with my guy waiting for the door to open. But yeah, guys, I'm just sharing it just to say, you know, the Citation X. How do you spell citation? I think that's how you spell citation. But yeah, guys, really appreciate you popping in. It's you know, it's around tea time. Everyone's finished work and all that jazz. But according to my Google my YouTube Google Analytics, this is the time people are on my YouTube, so, or at least browsing YouTube. But yeah, I appreciate everyone coming into the chat, coming into this stream. Even if you are lurking behind the chat, absolutely fantastic. Appreciate that as well. But as I say, giveaways on the channel, they are more regular than I could have imagined, and I'm really appreciative of that. And it is best to subscribe, guys. What I would say is I have configured Nightbot to make sure that everyone who subscribes to the channel does have a better chance. And if you don't agree with that, then I don't care. But you know, it is what it is. If you take the time to subscribe to the channel and you do want to get involved with multiple giveaways, then I don't see the problem with that. I think you know, just makes sense. Just makes sense. But yeah, big thank you to Hudson in the live chat, because he is a top bloke. Did you say you lived in Manchester, Hudson, or you lived in London and you come to Manchester, or vice versa? I can't quite remember what you said. If you're still there, bud. And we're nearly done. And we're nearly done. So guys, what I would say is, just straight off the bat, I want to reiterate this. I'm in no way a citation pilot. I'm in no way experienced with the citation. But what I will say is, I'll do my very best to show it off. You know, I'll get off the ground at least. I'll try and land it as well if you want. Perfect, guys. That is all shared. Back up north now. I'm in Manchester, but moved some time ago down south. Oh, right, okay. Perfect, mate. Sorry about the little pause, guys. I really appreciate you hanging about. It's just I wanted to make sure that obviously the kind of me showing off Manchester is now a bit more updated for people having a look as well. Just on Discord, just in case anyone else is interested. But let me know how you are doing in the live chat, because I'm not too bad. And if there is anything, sorry, if you are subscribed and you are a viewer and you do view the channel regularly, if there's anything that you'd like me to take a look at, that it's all possible for me to get, then let me know. Drop me a Discord, drop me a Facebook or whatever, Instagram, TikTok, and I will do my very, very best. perfect, guys. I'll tease you no more. Again, I'm sure this is something that you have possibly already seen, but I'll take you on a little walk around the new Citation X. And here we go. They tell you what, the windshield itself looks a tiny bit like, it looks actually like a smaller Vulcan cockpit, the Dassault Vulcan. In fact, it actually really does. So the window shape itself here really does look like the Vulcan aircraft, the Dassault one, especially the you know, the FA50 that I did the trailer for, as an example. Not trying to plug the channel or anything, but maybe on the smaller side. But yeah, it does give me them. It does gives me that vibes. And what I would say as well, the EFB in this thing is bloody good. There we go. G-Pract has now turned into a Citation X. Anyone interested in Manchester Airport, this is the Mako simulations one. Obviously, a bit outdated now. We are getting a brand new Manchester from, I can't say the name. It's the same name as the actual terminal here. Ether, I think it's maybe Ether Simulations. One of their brand, I think one of their first sceneries is going to be Manchester, and they are doing the runway view and park, and I can't wait to get a fully modelled version of that. Anyway, the Citation X, beautifully rendered. The tail lights there. And like I said, there's already liveries on FlightSim.to for this, which comes to no surprise because the FlightSim.to community are just insane when it comes to getting liveries out, especially for anticipated aircraft such as this. Let's have a look at the wheel well here, because I don't think anyone gets as close to wheel wells as I do. All there. It's to tell you what, it's the metal is nicely weathered. The stickers are readable. Again, whether you are even interested in that doesn't matter. It's there. The leading edge, again, get a bit too close, and you see the texturing, but my God, man, what do you expect? The dirt here on the wings is lovely. I can't stand when you see a plane. Doesn't matter if it's a brand new plane. You see it just so clean and tidy, and the textures just don't, they just don't look realistic. Now, I believe this doesn't automatically send you in. You just get to put it down. And it is good to see interaction on the walk around mode, because we just don't see enough. We also don't see enough of this where it doesn't automatically send you into the cabin. You have to press on there, around the edge there, to get inside. Let's take the covers off, and the sort of the pitot covers and the engine covers, because you know me, I'll leave them on and then wonder why my aircraft isn't starting up. But yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? Really nice. And what I just find amazing about this particular aircraft is the engine size of it. It's just not proportionate to the aircraft. It's just so they're so big. Let's have a little look in drone camera. See, I've just gone in drone camera and it didn't work. Why did it let me go into drone camera before? That's odd. In Barton, it let me go into drone camera in my avatar mode. I wonder why that is. Anyway, what I'll do is we'll just hop in. Although, is it me, or is that door way too high up? I'm assuming they have to put another little set of steps here. Because I'm telling you what, man. Unless that is it's just my perspective, but it looks like you will need to take a giant step up. Have a look at the cockpit in a minute. There's my resource exceeds message again. But yeah, look at the engines. Lovely. Massive, massive engines on kind of a small body. That's what she said. Didn't work, did it? Yeah. You can see I'm well up with the humour. It's lovely. It really is. Those swept back wings are so, so cool. I know it's what you'd usually find on a business jet, but look at that. And as well, the engines at the back when you hit reverse thrust, they are the bucket style ones. Obviously, they invert outwards and they look really, really cool as well. There you go. There's the winglet there as well. Massive. Let's have a little look inside, eh? Here is the cockpit, guys, and you can actually turn the EFB. I will go through it extensively, but the EFB, you can change these screens to be LCD or CRT screens. And by the way, isn't that such a cool yoke? And do you know what's even more impressive? That actually looks like, I'm assuming, some kind of plastic resin. That looks like it has got some depth to it. You can actually see the sort of the golden emblem inside there. Really, really nice. I am going to have to take some screenshots of inside here. Full cabin, as you expect. And what's also insane is every one of these cupboards open. All with stuff inside, except that one. Towels. Is that a flashlight? I hope it's a flashlight, yeah. Cutlery, cans, chocolate bars. You've got the Jupiter bar there. Croissants. It's making me hungry. Bottles of water, cans, your plates. And your wine, which can all be opened. Microwave. Oh my god, it's so cool. It's so cool. Close all cabinet doors before takeoff and landing. Of course, of course. Animations are smooth as well. Brilliant. Window blinds, don't know if it's got window blinds, but they don't seem to work. If there is any. TVs are there, but they don't rotate. Which I always find odd because there's other things that do animate and then other, some things that don't. But again, here we go at the toilet, which to be fair just looks like kind of a place you could go and sit anyway, as long as it smells nice. But yeah, toilets modelled to perfection. No mirror, so you won't be able to look at yourself, unfortunately. But look at that. Oh, we left a drawer open, a cupboard open. So let me know in the comments, anyone got this yet? Anyone pulled the trigger and bought this one? Because I am a sucker for business jets, even though I can't technically fly them. Obviously, if you have bought it, let me know. Tell me what you think. Have you done any particular route yet? Let me show you the EFB because this is good. This EFB. I really, really like this one. There we go. Window blind does also move. Don't think the window is operational. The EFB itself, the tablet, you can drag and rotate it. Fantastic. You can angle it. and it's so smooth. Look at that. The animations are spot on. You can toggle it, put it back in its little pocket down there, bring it out, reset position. Navigraph inside there as well. Let me show you through this so I can so you got a bit more of an idea of what to expect. Sorry for the typos. Auto in injustice joined. Is this the yeah. An update to the scenery. Orbex do a Newcastle scenery and it's not too bad, you know. I don't know if you're aware of it, but Orbex do a pretty nice Newcastle scenery. Like, I did a video for it ages back. I don't know if you mean Orbex's scenery, whether it needs an update, but I know it is compatible with 2024 now. It's got 2024 compatibility for sure, because I've got it on here. It's nice, the control tower, and it's got the Emirates branded on it and everything. It's really, really nice. There it is. I've linked it for you. A Newcastle tour. I think Newcastle does have photogrammetry, but my idea actually was, before I started doing this, was actually to do the it's old now, Orbex one, if you ask me. It's outdated. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the Orbex one, I don't know what sort of I don't know. I don't go close enough to Newcastle to see it. So the likes of Manchester, I can tell obviously the Mako simulations is very, very outdated. But certainly not Newcastle. So I can't really comment on that. But it's all right if you haven't got a scenery for Newcastle Airport. But yeah, no, sorry. My idea is actually to go and do some actual scenic tours, sort of flight tours over cities, either through live stream or as a video. That is actually something I want to do. That was how the channel started in 2020. It was me flying over landmarks. That's all I used to do. But anyway, back to the Citation X. So yeah, Mickey, this is the Citation X, mate. There it is there. Oh, bit of a oh, there we go, we're back. Bit of hits of performance there, but yeah, here she is. Very, very nice. G-Pract on the registration. You mean you just says it? This is the Citation X, mate. So Navigraph on there. I don't have a Navigraph thing to show you, unfortunately. I mean, Scenic Talk's definitely on my agenda at some point, but I find I'm getting less and less time to do just basic videos at this point. Live streams, I can do in 2 or 3 hours of getting them set up and stuff, so they don't take long to prep. Certainly not the easiest to do. I definitely wouldn't say live streams are just as are easier, to get out. You still got to sit there on camera and talk. Even if you're not on camera, you still got to talk. But it is on the agenda. Like, it's tours and sort of scenic tours and city tours. They're all up there, and I am hoping to do that. Definitely more live streams of going across cities. And landscapes in general. The map's pretty good as well. There's all the weight. Do we actually get passengers in there? Ah, we do. Nice. Okay. And they're pretty good models as well. You're all right, yeah. Yeah. So we are going to be trying to take the aircraft off. If it's uncomfortable, then it is what it is, love. I'm sorry. That is the best pilot announcement, welcoming their paying customers who have paid a lot of money to be on this private jet. Oh, hello. So yeah, we're at Manchester, guys. Buckle up, and I mean buckle up. But yeah, there is you can input your sim brief weights as well. And then here is the configuration menu, which is, again, it's got a lot in here. Brightness up and down, very standard, I guess. You can enable the auto throttle unit, which appears here. Active noise reduction. As I say before, you can put the monitors to the screens to CRT or LCD, which is pretty good. The passengers do look decent, although they seem to be the standard passengers that I see in quite a lot of sceneries. These are just I think a model that most developers can easily have access to, but I've seen him before, and definitely this guy here. But they look good, and obviously developers can render them in as realistic or as blocky as they want. Passenger visibility can turn off and on. Obviously your IRS alignment speed, stuff that you'll see in the likes of PNDGs and Fenix, EFB and stuff like that. You can manipulate how fast all that takes. Aircraft state, which we will be using today. As I said before, guys, I do apologize that I am not a person who will be able to start this up manually, but at least you'll be able to see bits. All your units, you can flick between them. Calibration, cabin layout, we can put all this gear, or not all the gear rather, you can put a boxed lunch. Let's have a look at the boxed lunch. There you go, guys. There's your... Oh, that apple looks fantastic. And the toasty. Hey, the passengers look nice, Mickey, but I tell you what, that lunch is the most realistic food I've seen in flight simulation to date. That is... that is... I've got to take a picture of that. That is so, so good. Let's have a little look at the... Leave the pizza to the last. I want to see the pizza last. The plates... Oh, I tell you what, things are getting posh now. We've got some what looks like to be camembert, maybe. We've got some lychee or dragon fruit. And we got some. That food is insane. Guys, you have a nice meal. But you're not having that. You'll be having pizza on this flight and nothing else. And the pizza. Oh, it's got olives on it. Jesus Christ. Oh no, figs. Were they figs? Oddly enough, the pizza doesn't look as nice now just because of those olives, man. Oh, the olives? Yeah, they are. Ugh, ruined it. Ruined it. Sorry, guys. But does it appear when you do... Interesting. Does it appear on both? Sorry, we've got to do these experiments. No, you guys don't get any pizza. Sorry. But yeah, FlightFX, you outdone yourself with the food. The food modeling is tremendous. Lucky no pineapple on the pizza. I was literally just going to say, Mickey, at least it's not pineapple. But honestly, I would take pineapple over on olives any day. Any day. Let's power this baby up. Again, guys, I do apologize. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to be able to manually start this baby up, because I'm not. So you got three. You've got cold and dark, ready to taxi, and ready for takeoff as well. What we'll do is we will do ready for taxi. And these are set to be CRT screens, which you can actually see. You can actually see that is incredible. You can see the individual pixels in the screen. Jesus Christ. Wow. Okay. Let's see if we can change it to LCD on the fly. Yeah, you can. So look at that. Also as well, guys, check the sounds. I believe it was Boris that did the sounds, Boris Sound Effects that did the sounds for this one, I believe. But yeah, it is very, very nicely modelled. Now, I wanted to be able to get a cinematic of my own. I know there's an official trailer for this, but I did want to get a cinematic of my own out for this at some point. Technically, I would have liked it to be around for release or before release, or at least, you know, on the day of release. But I got it late last night. Haven't had time to start recording anything, but I will have something because it's too good not to. Door's still open. We won't tell anyone. The chocks are still on as well, but I think we can control all that. Also getting Embraer vibes. I know the guys are doing the Embraer. Are they doing the 145, I think? FlightFX. I think it'll be the next aircraft release. But yeah, getting kind of Embraer, small Embraer vibes as well there. We will have to go through the pushback trolley. I don't know why there's a trolley there, because that trolley ain't pushing this thing back. Let's see. I don't know if you can close the door from here. Let me double check though. Cabin lights. Main door, there we go. Right guys, get your well, strap yourself into the highest degree, because I tell you what, your boy doesn't pilot these very often. At all. I don't pilot them at all. Yeah, if you are enjoying the stream, guys, please give it a like. Please share it. We're going to be live not too long now. We have sort of overstepped everything I need to eat. I am very, very hungry. Also as well, guys, like I've said before, you know, this forehead gets moist to the point of you will not want to watch the stream anymore. So keep that in mind. Let's get the I think, can we do the chocks? Here we go, yeah. Instrument covers actually on. What are you on about? Yes, they are. Why are they on? I definitely took them off. Anyway, luggage doors closed, ground power. Oh, and we've started moving. Perfect. Okay. Let's let it sort of wheel off straight over the... Oh, it might not run over it. It might just go nicely under. What we'll do is we'll taxi out to runway 23 left at Manchester, which is the second runway. Which isn't that way. Looks nice, the plane. It does, mate. It's a nice plane. The cockpit, the cockpits in particular for me is very, very nice. I feel like all Cessna Citation jets really do kind of, you know, look similar. Big ones, you know, the smaller ones, except the CR, is it CR3 or CJ3? Those little mini ones probably look a, you know, tiny bit smaller, I guess. You know, a bit different in terms of the shape. Need to give this baby some welly now. We're out of the zone. Here we go. Manchester looking very deserted at the minute. I haven't got any live traffic on. That wasn't my intention, so... Yeah, taxiing slowly, guys, because, you know, this does seem to get off very, very fast. Even when the chocks were taken away, which is a bit jarring. But yeah, it's lovely. It's very, very nice. Very, very nice. I was looking around this yesterday, the cockpit. There's just so many buttons and dials and all the good stuff. But as I say, I got it late last night. It was after midnight, so I didn't have much time with it. Possibly should have gone that way, maybe a bit faster. I actually don't know if you can take this taxiway in real life, but we will anyway, just to break some rules. Yeah, it's lovely, and I'll be honest with you, on the ground it's nice enough. There's a bit of power involved, and it will just start rolling. But it's blooming lovely in the air as well. It really is very nice in the air. I'm just kind of backtracking at this point now, guys, because I think, sorry for the external view, but I'm very, very unsure, which I shouldn't be. Yeah, we're going the wrong way. Thought so. I was like, yeah. I've spent countless hours standing on the View and Park mound to know that wasn't the way, and yet I did. Sorry guys, just enjoy your pizza, be quiet. But yeah, lovely looking plane, fantastic. We just need this Manchester sorting out, don't we? Also, we're probably taxiing at a really snail's pace at this point, but I don't want to upset her. Do you know what, guys? I don't know if any of you guys are a father, but right now, while taxiing, all I'm sitting there is singing Wiggle songs in my bloody head, and it's annoying me. Oh man, at least I'm not singing it on stream, so you know, small mercies. But yeah, we need a new Manchester, man. I'd love to see like Southside all mapped out, you know, the terrain done properly, and see a couple of spotters out there with the cameras. That'll be cool. Like I said, guys. Ooh, did you hear that? It's like a lovely little howl out the engines then. Love it, love it, love it. That's what I really hope Simnatics, I can't say their name, man. The guys that are doing the A220 with any builds, I really hope they have the engine sounds of the A220 down. Really hope they do, man, because it's so good. How about that, guys? Bit of a heavy stop there. Now, I believe, which I didn't think was right, but the takeoff flaps for this were set to 15. When you change it to ready for takeoff, they're set at, well, at least if you started from the runway, it automatically starts with 15% of, or 50 degrees, not percent, 50 degrees of flaps, which I'm going to do now. 5, when I tried it, seemed a bit low. But again, that looks too much. I'm gonna go with it and put a bit of that. Probably wouldn't need 15, although we were at Liverpool. Let's try 5. Let's try 5. I hope the passengers don't see me debating on how much flaps to introduce here. Anyway, landing lights on. and we will attempt a short hop over to Liverpool, guys. Okay, I will do my best. I am not promising anything. I have not landed this yet. Okay. Here we go. The sounds are really nice, though. The sounds are really nice. Straight on to runway 23 left at the Manchester Airport. Echo Golf Charlie Charlie. Just in front of us there would be the sort of the viewer mound. A bit higher up, all the aviation geeks like me. Ooh, those sounds are good, man. Now, I might get the warning about the flaps. I did on last time I did 5, but we've got enough runway. Yeah. I actually walked the full length of this runway a couple of weeks ago. Oh, rotation, really, really smooth. Feels so good. Wheels are up just like that. Don't want to get too high, only because we are literally hopping across. Again, aircraft doing this, there has been quite a few positional flights I've seen by the likes of Jet2 and EasyJet going to Liverpool, Manchester from Liverpool. Gorgeous. Oh, nice. Hey, it wasn't bad, was it? But we haven't landed yet. So over on the right here, you will see sort of Chester off into the middle of the windscreen. Over to the right here, you'll start to see sort of the Mersey, the River Mersey opening up to kind of the the main bulk of the Mersey. Over here, kind of the River Mersey going into the River Dee into Manchester. And then over here, this little bit of land out here where my mouse is moving, that I think is Liverpool Airport. And what I might do, I don't know. It's getting to 7 o'clock now. I might possibly take it over to runway 09 so we can fly over my house. I won't show you in case you come and try and get me. But yeah, appreciate everyone joining me at the 5 PM time today. I did debate whether, well, personally on Sundays it would be 1 o'clock or 5 o'clock. I think 5 o'clock is probably the best. Kind of does fall between dinner time though, and I get very hangry. I do get hangry. So if you're ever watching me live stream and you think, wow, Brian's a bit moody, it's because I'm hungry. But yeah, fantastic, lovely to fly it. Yeah, very nice. Don't want to mess with the autopilot at this point, guys, just in case I do something wrong. I want to get more familiar. I'm not familiar, absolutely not. I got this late last night, did a couple of screen grabs of it, like I always like to do with new aircraft and scenery. Took it off, where did I take it off from? Liverpool, and had a little fly, a couple of minutes, I want to be able to just sit there and look at every dial and look at things and go through the checklists, because well, look at it, it's lovely. It's really, really nice. I'm also going to try, I should have done it before, to be honest with you, I'm going to try and get the live stream title kind of to reflect what the stream's been about, because obviously it you know, I have looked at Manchester. That was the purpose originally for the stream. I was gonna do, as I say to you, I was gonna do a completely separate live stream for this, so to have it on the live stream now wasn't really the plan, but it is what it is. This is why I love live stream, and things can just change and things are all improvised, and I'd like to think I'm fairly okay with the improvising part, except I do waffle on and I do repeat things quite a lot. We are climbing a bit higher than I'd like, although this would be a bit of overspeed there. So just over to our left here, we're flying directly over Runcorn. Runcorn and Widnes, there's the Mersey Gateway Bridge, and there is the Runcorn Bridge. And obviously over to our left there is Liverpool John Lennon Airport, Echo Golf Papa. Oh my god, is that right? If I've got that wrong, I really am not gonna ever live stream again. But yeah, we will sweep around and we will come in over the Mersey onto runway 09. We're gonna try. So guys in the back enjoying that pizza. It might come out the wrong way or right back out your throat again, guys. I apologise. Liverpool Airport just over there. This is the digital design scenery. So again, quite an old scenery actually. Has recently been updated to include some of the Jet 2 building and the Jet 2 stands, couple of other things, but yeah, digital designs have told me the plan is to fully redo this, so like almost like a version 2 interior, stuff like that. But that's another airport. We've got a third party one, we've got a couple of freewares I guess, and we've got the actual John Lennon Airport that came with the world update. So another one that hasn't really been fully tried. So here we go, Liverpool guys. I don't think my stadiums work for some reason. I think it's an Orbex thing. Over here we've got the city centre. Over here I think that's Wavertree area. Here is, I think that is Edge Lane Retail Park. Here is what we call the rocket flyover, the end of the M62 motorway going into Edge Lane. Yeah. Over here is near me. Alder Hay Children's Hospital with the helipad, which is actually in the simulator in 2024. To be fair, it punches well considering at least very close after a version 2 of G would be nice though. It does, and the new update's really, really nice. Actually, it's a welcome update. Digital Design's actually updated quite a lot of his airports recently. Some of them a bit more substantial than others. But no, the airport's still quite nice. It does, considering it was a very early 2020. You are right, a very early 2020 release. Right overhead here, Liverpool, we've got the docks, the Echo Arena, sorry, the M&S Bank Arena. Lime Street train station, again, this is photogrammetry, so it looks very, very good. One of the better photogrammetry cities. There's Goodison Park there, Everton's old ground now at this point. Bootle Docks, sort of Formby, Crosby, New Brighton over here. We're probably getting a bit too low at this point. Certainly probably should be about 4,000 feet, but we're on a scenic tour in the private jet. Now I am going to try and use, so this is the way I returned back on EasyJet from Prague area earlier in the year, and I actually missed the new Everton Stadium, but we came over this way, right over West Kirby, which we'll try and do the same, and we will try some kind of landing. You got New Brighton over there, kind of going towards West Kirby, Hillborough Island way. Again, very low for this approach. We'll try and gain some altitude because we've lost a tiny bit with me getting distracted. Yeah, but guys, I wish I could give you a bit more of a review of the Citation X, what the autopilot's like, obviously the systems and stuff. Not my area of expertise, unfortunately. Never claim that ever. All I can say is it does fly very, very nicely, sort of manually flying the aircraft. It feels nice. And it does feel like everything's modelled and mapped. What I can say is the interior and exterior modelling is fab, really, really nice. But then again, if you have FlightFX aircraft, you'll know that's to be expected. Better land soon, guys, because I'm hungry. I'm gonna steal some of your pizza. But yeah, look out for Sunday stream. Be posting that to my socials soon. We're gonna have a lovely little giveaway. 3 winners, 3 prizes, Orbex scenery of your choice. That is an Orbex scenery, not a Orbex partner scenery, but there's still a lot of sceneries there that they do that are fantastic. And as I say, I'm giving 3 out. In that live stream, we're going to be looking at the Idaho backcountry airstrip, some of the lookout towers, attempting some bush flying, I guess, in the mountains in America. And as I say, we'll do a giveaway as well. So if you are interested in participating, Sunday 5 o'clock, guys, I'll be live again. And as I say, I do promise there's going to be some very, very interesting live streams coming up, and some interesting videos to go along with those live streams. There's some stuff that you're going to be interested to see. I know I've got a couple of highly anticipated stuff coming up on the channel, which is always good. Let's get a notch of flaps down. Probably still a bit too high at this point, but over to the left you'll see the landing lights in the River Mersey. So the lights on runway 09 at Liverpool do extend out into the Mersey. You can actually go right down to the shore if you explore that side of the airport as well. Are you telling me off, Jack, because I haven't got my landing gear out? Is that what it is? Yeah, I think it was. Again, not an approach you would see at Liverpool. No kind of approach procedure here. But like I've pointed out in the past, with 2024, it's good to see that the river, the masking probably not so much. It's gotten better, but certainly the river colours have got better. The River Mersey in 2020 looked like a tropical river that you could go swimming in. It was just so unrealistic, and the colour in the Mersey here is what you expect. It's what you would see, the kind of the brown colour. Probably still a bit too fast here, guys, but and I'm totally going to guess here, we're at the kind of landing speed of an A320 737 at the minute. I'm assuming the landing speed for this is going to be about 100, so we are still a bit up there. We got any more flaps we can introduce? No. Probably losing a bit of speed now. No, we're not. Has this baby got any spoilers? Yes, she has. Bit too low. Yeah, landing speed maybe 110. But again, I am a bit low. As I said in the start, if you're still here from the start of the stream, then you're absolutely amazing. At the start of the stream, I showed you some of the Thumb Soldiers joystick kind of, well, the sticks that attach to the existing sticks, and they give you a lot more control. And I'll be honest with you guys, I've been controlling drone camera and aircraft today, and my thumbs feel very, very nice, and usually they would feel a bit worn out, bit too low still, but listen, I'm committing now. Yeah, the Thumb Soldier sticks are really, really nice. They're linked in the description, by the way, if you're interested. Very, very, very handy to have. Yeah, I'm still going a bit too fast here, I'll be honest. There we go. Hold on to your pizza, guys. I hope you got the receipt. Welcome to Liverpool. Have we got the reverse thrust out? There we go, there's those reverse thrust buckets. Pretty good, not too bad. Wasn't the butter landing, but it was nice enough. Not too bad, guys, not too bad. Not great for the taxi there because I've just come off and completely stopped on the runway, but there you go. Not too shabby. No, it wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad. It's one of the better landings, I guess. But we can come off straight in front of the General Aviation apron here at Liverpool. Citation X more than likely wouldn't be small enough for that General Aviation apron. I don't think so anyway. I could be wrong. This would be a case of going down to the main apron. There is a private terminal, private gate, private terminal there as well. But for the sake of the stream and getting food, I am going to take it to the General Aviation apron. As I say, that is purely a guess. I don't think a jet this size could actually get onto this apron. But yeah, not too bad. Little hop over from Manchester, nothing too major. Really enjoyable. It was, for me, very nice because the aircraft handles so nicely. Again, we didn't have any landing lights on or technically we're going the wrong way, but this takes you to the bigger apron, so possibly could, I guess, maybe, I don't know. There's a lot of I mean, it fits. It fits. Yeah, probably a bit too big, but it is what it is, guys. We're here. Yeah, this would generally be down the other side of the of Liverpool Airport. I mean, I'm saying that it could fit here if it went on an angle like this. Probably wouldn't be able to taxi back out. It'd have to be pushed out to the taxiway. But yeah, Citation X, guys, fantastic. Go off and look at Two Tone Murphy's live stream from last night. Angel, Rachel, she also did a video today. Go and check those guys out because they know how to talk about aircraft a bit better than I do. Apparently I can fly one, just not amazingly. Thank you so much, guys. I am going to get off, but it has been a pleasure as always. I'm going to go and eat something. I'm going to have a drink. And I will see you again 5 o'clock on Sunday. Remember, Discord for all the updates, social media for all the updates. There is a giveaway on Sunday, like I keep on saying. 3 prizes, all the same prizes. You get to choose your prize pretty much. Orbex sceneries. Meet me in Idaho backcountry on Sunday at 5 o'clock. And yeah, thank you so much for joining. And I will see you again very soon.